Abuela's garden is bursting with color so bright that it looks like La Tierra is throwing una fiesta. Today, the party is for me. It's my birthday, which means I get the biggest corona with the most beautiful flowers picked from Abuela's garden. Abuela hands me my canasta. Make sure you save some of the roses for me. I run through the flowers, feeling their petals graze the tips of my fingers. Some are soft and smooth, others prickly. Some even make me sneeze. I reach the bluebonnets first and trace a finger down their bell-shaped petals. Abuela kneels next to me. Every flower in your crown must tell your story, Corina. Who you are and where you come from. She plucks a purple orchid from one of the clay pots. Your abuelo used to buy me orchids for our anniversary every year. She places it in her basket. Wearing it in my crown reminds me that I am loved. I look at Abuela's garden, at the bees and the butterflies. I see a language I never knew before. One spoken not in words, but in the prick of a cactus needle, and the bright orange plumes of a bird of paradise, and in the sweet scent of a chocolate cosmos. Now tell me, Abuela says, what do the bluebonnets mean to you? The bushy white tips remind me of Fofo's tail. He loves hopping through the flowers almost as much as I do. He's family, I say. Of course he is, she says, smiling, which means these conejos belong in your crown. I pick a sunflower for Mama because her favorite color is yellow. Sword lilies for Papa to match our sword fights before bed, and morning glories for Abuelo because they look like the trumpet he used to play. And this one's for you. I hand Abuela a bushel of coneflowers. It looks like your gardening hat. They're beautiful, mija. She places in the canasta with the others. Now it's time to tell the next part of the story. Who you want to be, Abuela says. Is it like making a birthday wish and blowing out the candles? She nods, just like that. I pluck bright yellow esperanzas because they mean hope, daisies because they are strong enough to grow anywhere, and mist flowers because their sweet nectar is the butterfly's favorite. As Abuelo helps me fasten them all to my crown, I ask, why do we wear las coronas, Abuela? When we place la corona on our head, we become its roots, reaching back through time to hold on to the things that matter, our family, our history. I touch the flowers again, one by one, and I see it all. My story, Mama's, Abuelos. As guests arrive for my party, I tell them the story of my crown, of all the ways that I am rooted in the people I love. At night, I don't want to take it off, not even after Mama makes me put on my pajamas, not even after Papa finishes my bedtime story. A few petals fall into the bed, and some of the flowers beginning to droop. Abuela comes to sit next to me. Do you know why the flowers are beginning to wither, Corina? I shake my head. She takes my hand. Because we pulled them from the soil, and nothing can survive that far from home. She holds me close. You have other coronas, Corina. But just one family. Remember that. Through the window, I can see Abuela's flowers swaying in the moonlight. Each new bloom marks a new season. The coronas keep time, too. This one says, I am 1 year older. That I am Corina Caceres. Daughter, granddaughter, wishmaker. I slip the crown off my head, but the love isn't gone. I still have my memories of the day I spent with Abuela in her garden, learning to speak the language of the flowers. And I still have more springtimes, more birthdays, more chances for my dreams to bloom.